Ever wondered what Article 30 of the Indian Constitution is all about and why it's so important? Well, let's dive right in. Recently, the Supreme Court of India made a striking remark about Article 30. The court emphasized that the intent of this constitutional provision is not to isolate minorities by granting them an upper hand in managing institutions. Quite the contrary, it is a means to strike a balance. Article 30 is one of the many constitutional provisions that help in preserving the rights of minority groups. It's like a protective umbrella under which minorities, based on religion or language, can establish and administer educational institutions of their choice. This constitutional right is quite significant as it safeguards the interests of minorities on two fronts, religion and language. To elaborate, Article 30(1) is like a constitutional promise, ensuring that all minorities, either based on religion or language, have the right to establish and administer educational institutions as per their choice. This clause distinctly acknowledges two types of minorities, religious and linguistic, and bestows rights accordingly. Moreover, Article 31(a) deals with the fixation of the amount for the acquisition of property of any educational institution established by minority groups. This is an essential provision for protecting the property rights of institutions run by minorities. And then we have Article 32. It stipulates that the government should not discriminate against any educational institution on the grounds that it is under the management of a minority, whether based on religion or language, while giving aid. This ensures that minority-run institutions have an equal opportunity to receive government aid. So the key takeaway here is Article 30 is a protective shield for minorities to establish and administer their own educational institutions. It's a powerful tool that enables minorities to protect their unique identities and contribute to the diverse educational landscape of the country. Just as a garden thrives with a variety of flowers, our nation thrives with a variety of cultures, languages, and religions, all nurtured under the umbrella of Article 30. Now, let's delve deeper into the components of Article 30. Article 30 is divided into three main subsections, each addressing a unique aspect of the rights of minorities. Let's begin with Article 30(1). This clause states that all minorities, whether based on religion or language, shall have the right to establish and administer educational institutions of their choice. It's a key provision that stands for the autonomy and self-determination of minority communities in India. Moving on, we have Article 30(1)(a). This clause deals with the fixation of the amount for the acquisition of property of any educational institution established by minority groups. It's a safeguard that ensures fair compensation is provided in case a minority-run educational institution's property is acquired by the state. Lastly, we have Article 32. This clause states that the government should not discriminate against any educational institution on the ground that it is under the management of a minority, whether based on religion or language, while providing aid. This means that when it comes to financial assistance
From the state, minority-run institutions should be treated on par with other institutions. These clauses collectively uphold the principle of equality, ensuring that minorities not only have the right to establish and administer their own educational institutions, but also that they are treated fairly in matters of property acquisition and governmental aid. They recognize the importance of education in preserving and promoting the unique culture, language, and religion of minority communities. They also underline the commitment of the Indian Constitution to an inclusive society, where diversity is not just tolerated but actively encouraged and protected. In essence, Article 30 provides minorities a firm footing in education, with rights to establish institutions and non-discrimination in aid.
But who exactly constitutes these minorities we keep talking about? This question begs an exploration into the concept of minorities and how they're defined within the framework of the Indian Constitution. The term minority is used in the Indian Constitution, but interestingly enough, it doesn't provide a clear-cut definition. The Constitution does, however, make certain provisions for protecting the rights of minorities, specifically in Article 29 and Article 30. Article 29, while not explicitly defining minorities, speaks about the rights of any section of the citizens who have a distinct language, script, or culture. It also advocates for the right to admission in any state-maintained institution, regardless of differences in religion, race, caste, or language. However, when it comes to Article 30, the Constitution narrows down its focus to two types of minorities, religious and linguistic. Let's delve a little deeper into this. A religious minority, as per the Indian context, is based on the numerical strength of the community. It's interesting to note that the National Commission of Minorities Act, under Section 2, Clause C, recognizes 6 communities as minority groups. These include Muslims, Christians, Buddhists, Sikhs, Jains, and Zoroastrians, also known as Parsis. Now, what about linguistic minorities? Simply put, a linguistic minority refers to a class or group of people whose mother language or mother tongue differs from that of the majority groups. In an effort to safeguard the linguistic diversity of the country, Article 350A of the Indian Constitution imposes an obligation on states to provide facilities for instruction in the mother language at the primary level of education to children belonging to the linguistic minority community. So, in the grand scheme of things, the concept of minorities in India extends beyond mere numbers. It's about ensuring that every citizen, regardless of their religion or language, has the right to preserve their unique cultural identity and has equal access to educational opportunities. So in the Indian context, a minority is a group that is numerically less in terms of religion or language. Now let's tie everything together about Article 30. This provision, nestled within the Indian Constitution, serves a crucial role in preserving the rights of minority communities, be they religious or linguistic. It empowers them with the right to establish and administer educational institutions of their choice, thus allowing for the preservation and propagation of their unique cultures and languages. It's structured into several components, each addressing different aspects, from the right to manage educational institutions to non-discrimination by the government in providing aid. Importantly, it applies to all minorities as defined by the Constitution. The essence of Article 30 is its role in fostering equality. It ensures that every community, regardless of its size, has an equal opportunity to educate and uplift itself. Article 30, therefore, stands as a testament to India's commitment to its diverse population, ensuring everyone, irrespective of their religion or language, gets their fair share in education.